Hey guys, welcome to a new Let's Talk video.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Not too sweet, not too sour.
Black Cat Mama said, maybe they AI their voice, shrug emoji. Maybe people just don't want their voice to be in my videos, which is okay. At 1938 is AI. What's your obsession with men calling you cute, weirdo? And I don't understand your question. So because someone called me cute, it means I'm obsessed with them calling me cute? That doesn't make sense. I'm a lesbian, he is a man, okay, but Dalton though? All right, I did reply to Dalton. He was making me feel good about myself where I felt bad, and he ended up calling me, and things went to a different level. I guess I just wanted to feel something other than like the sadness and the depression I was going through in that moment. Sexuality can be and is fluid.
People will say, you're a lesbian because no guy wants you. And I'm like, really? You could say that to the guys I gave a hand job to, you know what I'm saying? All the way until I was 18, like even at a young age, I thought I was bisexual.
What is the worst decision you have made while incredibly horny? A hand job in the movie theater, double hand job with a guy and his cousin. Yep.
You total slut.
And as a lesbian who was ashamed all of my teenage years because I like the same sex, like it is genuinely insulting. Oh, stop freaking crying. I'm sorry, I cry a lot. I'm very sensitive. Can you please change tea or tail to just tail? Because every single thing has just been tail. I try so hard to find rumors that are actually real, but most of the shit that is real, I just literally admit to anyways. And I'm like, yep, that's real. Almost all of these voice memos are AI generated. She's literally making them. You can even hear the way she talks in each of them. I have not made a single voice memo. They're all from real people who have sent them to me. I have done voice memos in the past. I used to actually show Snapchat videos of people asking me questions.
Hey Amberlynn, so my question is, if you could only eat at one restaurant for the rest of your life.
Hey Amberlynn, it's Maggie. So Becky said you were a good singer. Why don't you sing Malibu by Miley Cyrus for us?
The tea is spiked.
Why do you go after married couples? I don't. I have only ever talked to one person who has been married. How do you feel knowing you have similar aggressive tendencies as your father? So this question made me feel uncomfy because you guys don't really know anything about my dad actually at all. What's your relationship with your dad like? I actively do not have a relationship with him, and I haven't had one in a very, very long time. Only had a true relationship with him for maybe a year of my life, and that was when I was around like 11. My dad, he would rent out boats and we would go on the boat and we would go fishing, and those are the memories. Sorry. Whoa, okay. Yes, I am crying. I just talked to my dad on video chat, and I just love him so much, and it was really hard.
I'm sorry that I was born into the family that I was born into. I'm sorry I'm such a shitty person. If you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Story time. So my dad, when I was younger, when I lived with him, only had a true relationship with him for maybe a year of my life. My dad had his own lawnmower shop, like he had his own business. A lot of sketchy things have happened there, but I loved going there, and I would sit in a little like office thing, and when someone would come up, I'd be like, okay, let me get my dad. Here's James and my dad. This was just like this little room that we got to have like visitation in. Jonathan, and here is my social worker, and then the lady that is supposed to like be there for our visitation because we were watched and there was notes being taken and all of that. My biggest takeaway from the whole thing is that my dad stole a laptop from that building. He did. Love you, Dad, but yeah. Do you see any similar behaviors between yourself and your biological father? I genuinely am like a lot like my mom. Did you have a crush on Crystal's dad? Crystal's dad genuinely was like a dad to me. We got extremely close in that way. Do you think your family talks about how worried they are for you behind your back? Do they say it to your face? Do they not address it at all? They've never said anything to my face about it. The only time the topic of like weight comes up is if I bring it up first. Do you secretly fear getting to a normal size? No. Looking back, do you think it was okay to keep expecting Destiny to drive you around and be responsible for you post-breakup? This actually reminds me of an Instagram message that I received like a couple weeks ago. Let me go see if I can find it. Hold on.
20 minutes later.
Stop copying me!
I love you.
I found it. Why was Beck allowed to rely on you after the breakup, but people are pissed that you relied on Destiny once a week for groceries after you two broke up? Destiny put you in that position. You moved to Kentucky for her, and then she broke up with you months later after cheating on you. You didn't know anyone there. You didn't have a car. You didn't have anything. So with everyone's logic of how Destiny didn't need to be there for you after the breakup, then you didn't have to be there for Beck. Beck was in this position because of you, and you were in that position because of Destiny. There's no sympathy for you because you needed groceries once a week, but they expected you to pay for Beck's whole life After the breakup, after everything you already did for them while you were together, make it make sense. And sorry if this is triggering, but why did you have to treat Beck like a child during their renal failure? But everyone says that your cancer should have been taken care of by you because you're an adult. These people lack such brain skills that it frightens me to even be a part of this community. Whoa. Yup. Amber, I care about you. Can you please stop lying about how much you're eating? You might think it's harmless, but you're definitely making people like me eat even less because I want to stay healthy. So when I do what I ate today videos, those are 100% accurate. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing what I ate today videos because I am on track. Just out of curiosity, I'm also a diabetic. Do you take medications for health problems? So first of all, you said also a diabetic. I'm not a diabetic. I'm not even a pre-diabetic. And no, I don't take any medication at all.
You lint liquor.
All right, you guys, now it's time for the interview. That means you guys get to interview me, and I do not care if you use AI voice generator.
You said you prefer dieting over exercise. Have you looked into the benefits of exercise or have your opinions changed at all? Love you, by the way.
But yes, the benefits of exercise is definitely, it's really good for your heart. It helps with your stamina. It's good to get your blood flowing. And I do have exercise-induced asthma, but every time I exercise, like, let's be honest, I haven't exercised in a couple years. Like, I genuinely don't feel like it has to be used to lose weight. You can lose weight without exercising. But
can you see yourself doing social media for the rest of your life, or do you think that you'll choose another career path someday? It's like,
I can genuinely see myself doing YouTube for the rest of my life.
My question is hobby related though, and I was wondering if you've ever tried crocheting before, because Legos, like, they have a lot of attention to detail and stuff, so I thought maybe like crochet too.
I have tried to crochet. I've tried to knit, I've tried to sew. None of those things like compute in my brain. Like,
Na 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 na.
I wanted to know if you've listened to the first 3 drops of the new album, and I would be curious to hear what your opinions on this upcoming album will be like.
Yes, I am so excited for Miley's new music. I love Miley Cyrus. Genuinely, when I first heard Something Beautiful, when I got to the chorus, my jaw was on the floor. I just got a message from someone that said Jordy is a Trump supporter, so okay, that's hectic.
It's all fake news.
Fake news.
What is 3 things you would change about your past relationships and friendships?
So 3 things that I would change in my past relationships are: 1, not as controlling; 2, learn how to regulate my emotions more; and 3, not being so anxiously attached.
Amberlynn, baby girl, listen to me. I am drunk as absolute shit. But honestly, you need to listen to what she got to say. You know she's being a little bit passive aggressive, but she's just trying to help. You know she the home dog for real. Don't ever let women like Rachel bring you down. You are crazy, girl. I was in a relationship like that, and that was just crazy. Don't ever do that shit again. From her end and from yours, baby girl. Love you, hectic Ambi.
I'm sorry, let me go find Rachel's voice memo. That was funny. Oh, this is Rachel.
hey Amber, I'm a little drunk, but I wanted to say that I also have borderline personality disorder, but to a certain extent, you can't use it as an excuse.
Pop off.
It's an explanation only. Take a step back and think, what if I was the problem? I promise you, thousands of people don't hate you just because you're fat. You can be
There's a lot of people who hate me just because I'm fat, I will say that.
And it's confusing that a family member could just cut off all ties because I'm fat.
asshole, and you need to take therapy seriously. Everyone leaves and quote unquote turns on you because you're the problem. That's harsh, but your own behavior portrays you as a mean ass bitch. And your past partners just show that it's true. I hope that
she drunk.
And really take therapy seriously and get your BP tree on control.
BP tree?
It's really serious and you need to fix it.
I love a drunk voice memo. That was fun.
I just really wanted to know if you would ever do a video talking about, repairing your relationship with your mom, because I know that you two have been through a lot.
My mom has been a drug addict for years. I was born on drugs, so we know my mom did drugs even before I was born.
Because I feel like I just don't want that subject touched. And I probably would not do a video talking about mine and my mom's relationship and like repairing it or anything like that. But what I'm trying to say is that yes, my mom has made some lousy choices. My mom went to prison for 5 years for killing a service animal. But I'm not gonna sit here and justify the things that she's done.
As somebody who also lives in Oklahoma, I'm interested to know, what are 2 things you like about living in Oklahoma, and what are 2 things you don't like about living in Oklahoma?
But 1, I love being near my mom.
Well, she only wants you for your money.
No, but she's mean. She's definitely only into you for the money. Okay. Well, she said that she needed money.
And 2, I love my apartment.
And
it has to be handicap accessible.
Two things I don't like. I do not like that there's like no mountains. Like, where are the mountains? It is so flat. And I also absolutely despise that I live in Tornado Alley.
My question for you is, would you ever consider getting weight loss surgery again?
But right now in like my current life, without giving like a million different reasons, my answer is no.
Have you ever thought about doing like public or like in-person meetups, or even like at some point going to like different states and like meeting people in person?
No. I love going in public and meeting you guys. Like, I am recognized a lot. Like, I have a lot of paranoia, and the whole time I'd be like, oh my God, is someone gonna show up with?
My question for you is, I understand that YouTube is your main source of income. What plans do you really have for yourself in case YouTube were to fall through or something were to happen and you had to find a new source? Thank you.
I would just apply for other jobs, and thankfully I have enough money in the bank and saved up that I wouldn't be like too scared or too worried about it.
The more money you make, the more problems you get.
I was just wondering, what would you do if Zachary and Michael never came back to YouTube?
I wouldn't do anything. I would still just keep making my content as per usual.
Hey, Amberlynn. So, remember when you tried mayo and ramen and everybody kind of lost their minds and was super judgy? It was actually like, okay, Chef Lynn, that might actually slap, because I do like when my ramen's creamy. I usually do milk and butter in mine. But one day I ran out of milk, and so I put in mayo and sour cream, and honestly, it did slap. Are there any other food combos or things like you secretly love that the internet might think is weird or roast you for? Please be brave and share it for us adventurous little foodies.
Some other weird food combinations that I like. I really like a bagel with cream cheese and then putting like hot Cheetos in the middle of it and then like smashing it together and like eating it like a sandwich. That's really good.
Hot Cheetos and bagel with cream cheese. And with our cream cheese, I'm gonna throw some hot Cheetos. Okay, this is what she looks like. This is really good. 10 out of 10.
Pickles and peanut butter. I promise it's actually good.
Peanut butter and pickles, weird food combinations. Will it be whack or a snack? That's the guy she tells you to not worry about, but that's not very big. Hey yo! I feel like it's the peanut butter pickle. I love both these foods separately, so together. The only thing that is a downside of it, the textures clash quite a bit. Gotta wash it down with the pickle juice.
If you want another ramen one, I have a whole ramen recipe I can give you guys. Like, it's a whole moment. There's a lot of ingredients that goes into it. Maybe I can do it for a YouTube video sometime, but I'm gonna do a little easier one for you. Literally just cook taco meat and then put the taco meat in the ramen. It's like a taco ramen, and it sounds so weird, but it's so good. Like, chef's kiss. I'm actually craving that now. All Amberlynn does in her members live streams is show the ceiling. So when I show the ceiling, it is because I'm like, oh, we need a break. It is either because I am peeing, I'm feeding Twinkie. Like 2 weeks ago, Wasabi took a poop in the litter box. But sometimes I get really anxious and I just need a minute, like genuinely a minute, before I actually have an anxiety attack on live stream. Amberlynn goes to bingo 3 times a week. There was a time in the near past that I went to bingo 3 times a week. Trust me, that never happens. But I go once a week. So I don't even have a third rumor today. I really went to Instagram and I was like, send me rumors. And every rumor that I saw, I was just like, this is dumb. I've talked about this before a million different times. Well, that's not true. Well, that's something my lawyer said I can't talk about. Would you shave your eyebrows off for $1,000? No. Have you ever secretly thought that you would make a really good gangster? No? What? Would you never have sex again in your life for $3 million? The answer is no. I would rather have sex than have $3 million. Have you ever been caught having sex? I've never been caught having sex, but I've been interrupted before, and like they didn't know that I was having sex, if that makes sense. Have you ever thrown a party for a pet? Yes, I have. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.